Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on my little mini trees. This is something that I do every year on the holidays. Um, I make little themed mini trees and I'm just kind of finishing up the ones that I have already started. Um, right now I'm working on sports themes and I have a couple other ones, but I thought that I'd just come on here and kind of share it with you. So I take these little mini trees from the dollar store and I put them on a base and I add mesh to kind of fill them out. And these ones are already strung up with lights. So I'm just kind of finishing them off. These two right here are Green Bay Packer trees. That's why they're green and yellow. So one of them has a set of green lights. The other one has a set of yellow lights. I am from Illinois. So I tend to do a lot more Chicago themes like the Bears, the Bulls, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Blackhawks, things like that. I do Green Bay because, you know, a lot of people in Illinois like Wisconsin teams. And so anyway, these are my Packer trees. And I just kind of wanted to do a video where I was showing you guys how to do them. So the video may be a little bit long, but I just figured while I'm crafting, I just sit here and share it. So my next step, I already have the tree strung with the lights. I add this piece of material on here, and I also cut up pieces to add material on the tree, kind of like ornaments. So I get material from Hobby Lobby, um, and I just cut it to size. Now for the base of this tree, I just wrapped the material on the bottom of it and I use a rubber band. And then even after the rubber band, I put twine on here to kind of tie it together just to give it like a more finished look. But it's just as simple as that. I cut material in a 12 by 12 and it's just enough to cover the base. So after I put the material on the bottom, I have these little strips. And I usually cut those 12 inches by 1 inch. So you pick out the front of your tree and how you want it to look. And then you just take those strips, and I like to fold them in half the long way. And I tie them on the branches. Just give it one tie like you would your shoelace. So it's going to look like that. You just take in a strip, you fold it down the middle the long way, and then you tie it on each branch. So I usually cut 12 inch by 1 inch strips, and I just place them on different branches throughout the tree, and that's going to kind of fill it out and give it that little like themed type of look to it. So this one's a Packer tree, so I cut strips of the Packer material and I tie it on here so you can still see it. And with the lights and everything, once it's finished, these come out so cute. So I'm going to go completely around the tree and just continue to tie strips of the material on until all of the material is gone. So I hope everybody out there is doing well. I'm just going to be working on a lot more holiday stuff coming up here. I tend to be really busy around the Christmas season. So just working on my trees, and it's a nice Sunday to just be inside and finish these up. I've taken a break for a while, so it was time to get back to it. But now, once you start putting more of these on there, you start seeing your tree really kind of coming to life. You see how that looks, you guys? And you're just going to continue on all the way through the tree until you're out of your pieces of material. And then for these ones, like, I'll show you if anybody's interested in another video how I do them from the beginning to the end. I'm more towards the end of the process, so if you wanted to, you can add like green or yellow ornaments for this particular type of tree. But the only thing left for me to do is add a topper to it. So once I tie all of these pieces on here, I'm going to add my football topper to the top of it. See, I do a lot of different themed trees, and these are my sports ones I'm trying to finish off. After I do those, I'm going to get back to my holiday ones. I have my Grinch one I need to finish off. Some Santa Claus ones I need to finish off. So, almost done. Let's see. One more. Yep, so that is it for this one. I wrapped all that around. I still have to put my toppers on. I think I'm going to do that later on. But the other thing that I do is I have this twine. And I like tying off the bottom of it to kind of give it a finished look. So I already had some cut. I just tie it on the base of the tree. And I make a little bow tie in the front. And I'll show you as soon as I'm done. Sorry guys, I don't have to redo it. So I just tie that little piece of twine around where the rubber band would be. So that's the base of the tree. You see the packers all the way across. The lights are here in the back, so you can turn it on and off. This one has yellow lights. A little bit hard to see in this lighting, but yep, that's that one. I'll put the football on it later. I do have another one to finish, the same thing, Packer's tree. Sorry if you guys didn't come here to watch me finish off my Packer trees, but I do need to get them done and get them out of the way so I can move on to everything else that I'm working on. But same thing, I already had the fabric cut. I'm going to put the rubber band over it to hold it in place. You just kind of slide that up to the rim of the jar. You got the batteries inside of there. And the same thing, you're just going to take those pieces of material and tie them on different branches until you're done. I think the next one I have is a Chicago Cubs tree. So I can show you how I cut the material because I don't have the material cut for that one yet. But you'll just start to see everything come to life, you know, as you go along and you keep adding to it. It starts really having some type of character to it, and it takes a little time, but if this is something you want to do, just let me know and I can drop a video where I show you from the beginning to the end how I make one of these. I did do a earlier video where I was showing the beginning parts of these trees. I just haven't had time to work on them lately. And I really need to start getting to it because the holidays are getting closer and closer. I don't know about for you guys, but time has been going by super quick for me. Has anyone else noticed that? It just seems like everything is moving so quickly. The holidays came up so quickly. We're already at Halloween. Halloween is tomorrow. So yeah, I'm just continuing to tie those pieces of material all the way around the tree. Sorry if it's taking quite some time for this, but I'm not doing anything. I just really wanted to record me making the trees, because a lot of times when I'm working, I just don't have the time to record. I don't stop and get everything in order where I actually can record. So I just wanted to do that so I can show you guys as I'm doing it. So that was the last one of those. This one is a green light, I believe. Yep. So I have the material around there. Like I said, you can add ornaments. I gotta put the topper on there still. So I got both of my packer trees done. Just to show you again, one of them is green, the other is white. And I haven't shown you this yet, but here are my bears trees. Like I said, I live in Illinois, so I do a lot of Chicago. So there's my Chicago bears. I got the white one and the green one, and that's what I was talking about, the toppers. I put footballs on top of the football trees. I also have my Chicago Cubs right here. So same type of tree. It's already in the base. The batteries are on there. This one has red lights. I use a rubber band to hold the lights to the jar. And that just kind of keeps your lights in place. Now these are just regular dollar strand lights. Put the battery in there, string up the tree, and I use a rubber band to hold it in place before I put that material base on there. So I don't have the material cut for this, so here is my Cubs material. Now I'm going to cut two 12 by 12 inch pieces. You need 12 inches for the base, and then you need another 12 inches for the pieces that you cut to tie onto the tree. Now you can use scissors if you want to, but I have a rotary blade that I use. So I'm just going to cut this entire piece 12 inches. My table is not that big, so forgive me. But if you don't have a rotary blade, you can just use regular scissors, no big deal. Alright, so, like I told you, a 12 by 12. And you're going to use that for the base. Now this material has that little strip, so I got to cut that off as well. Okay. And now we need another 12 by 12 piece, because this one we're going to actually cut our strips. What I recommend is when you have a piece of material like this and you want to read it, cut it this way and pieces this way so you can read it versus this way, because you only get little pieces of the words. So this says Cubs. If you cut it this way, you might see the Cubs on your strips. So you're going to cut 12 pieces. I messed that one up. It's okay. Okay. So after you have all of your strips cut, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put your base on the bottom with the rubber bands. You're going to use twine or some type of ribbon to cover that up if you like. And just take the piece of material and I fold it over the container. Put the rubber band on there. And then I got my twine that I tie on the bottom of it. So yeah, I just wanted to finish these up. And then that way I can get to the other ones I had. I had some really cute ones, some Grinch ones, and some other holiday ones. So and actually, I know I said 12 by 12 for the strips, but I think if you cut them 10 by 10, or 12 by 10, they're actually perfect. 10 inch by 12 inch, because these are a little bit on the longer side. I'm okay with that sometimes because it doesn't make a difference. You'll just see more of the material, but I think that you want them to be 10 inches long because it looks more like this right here versus these really long strips that drape over. But that's the nice thing about these trees is that they're all kind of unique. And you can give them all of their own personality. Add different colors to them. You can add more if you like more. And now these ones I don't put footballs on. I actually put flags on top of these. Because this is baseball, so a little bit different. Yeah, it comes out really cute. And I like this one with the longer pieces. Let me know what you guys think of them. I just know that a lot of people around here like them, and this is one of those crafts that I tend to do a lot of. But how can you not like them? They're super cute. Yep. You just keep on tying them. I'm almost done with this one, just a couple more. one more, guys. Okay, so that is my Cubs tree. Turn on the lights really quick. It's got the red lights. Let's see if I can turn this off. See them a little bit better. I still got to put my topper on that one. But yeah, so thanks for sitting here with me while I'm making my trees. So I got my Packers done, my Bears done, my Cubs. Now my Grinch trees. So if you want to go back, I made a video before this where I started making these little half trees. Now what I mean by half trees is instead of filling it out all the way around, I made this side of it flat so I could put something here. So the rest of it's full. It's just like the sports trees where you got the mesh in there, you got the material, but the front of it is flat. And there's a reason for that. This tree, I was making a Grinch tree. So I found these little signs, and they were a Santa Claus sign, and I painted it. I got to put the nose back on there, but this is my little Grinch tree that I was working on. I was really excited to finish these off. But yeah, I think I'll start working on those next and show you what I did there. Alright, so yeah, that's what the back of the tree looks like. That's what the front of it looks like. Even though I have the Grinch material on here, I just used a regular Santa can. And I want to put my Grinch face on here. I did have noses for these guys. This started out as like a regular Santa Claus face. That looked like this. So I took the nose off of it and I painted it, and I also painted the beard. You can always go back on my other video. I showed you how I did that. But if you guys have been watching till now, take the time up to subscribe to my channel. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to me. I'm probably going to be posting a lot of crafting videos, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up. I want to get this Grinch face put on my tree. I painted the noses, but I'm not happy with the way they came out. I just did like layer on top of layer of green on here, and you can still see the red right through it. So I am going to go back and paint that again. But I popped the nose off of there, and that's what makes my Grinchy face. So that was just a little idea that I came up with. I thought it would be really cute with the Grinch material that I have on the tree. So on these, they have this plastic backing. So I'm going to line it up with my tree, and I'm going to put a pipe cleaner on two of these spots on the top and the bottom to hold it and attach it to the tree, which is why I made the front of this tree flat, so I can get it right on there. And I want it to be right above the little Santa Claus. So this is where I want him to be. So I'm going to kind of look at where I want it to be attached on the back. It's got really thin plastic, but yeah, I think that'll work. I'm going to go ahead and do it up towards the top. And I'm going to use green pipe cleaner because the tree is green. I'm going to cut my pipe cleaner in half because I don't think I need an entire one to attach it. But let me see where I had it. We're going to do it just right below there. And that's what I'm going to use to attach it to my tree. And I'm going to put another one on the bottom as well So you have to line it up and figure out where you want to put that pipe cleaner so you can attach it to the tree. And you're just kind of guesstimating and figuring out what works. But if you cut the pipe cleaner in half like I did, it's going to be really hard to stretch it across. I probably need a whole pipe cleaner for the bottom because the tree is a lot fuller at the bottom. So the back of this looks like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to my tree and put them where I want them to be and go in between all of those branches. I'm going to secure it by twisting it. You may want to move it and position it where you want it to be. Sorry, it's going to take a second. I'm going to get in between all those branches and make sure that everything's tight and secure in there. Okay, just another minute. Let's see if that's where I want them to be. Okay, and then I'm going to take that top part and I'm going to do the same thing. Attach it to the top of my tree. Twist it to secure it. Just going to twist that pipe cleaner together. And then you can fluff out your tree on the sides and the front. So now he's nice and secure on there. I'm still going to have to add the nose, but like I said, I'm going to try to paint it better before I put the nose on there. And that's my Grinch tree. I do have these really cute toppers that I thought were kind of whimsical, like the Grinch itself. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to add it to the top of my tree. And I'm going to do that by going through the middle of here, but you want to go to the center where the stem of the tree is so you kind of don't see it. And I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to attach it so it doesn't go anywhere, because you want to make sure that that's secure and it's not going to fall off of your tree. But I thought it just added a little bit of extra to the tree overall. Get that attached, and that'll be it. I just gotta repaint my nose. If you guys have any tips on how to cover that, I was thinking about using some Mod Podge and redoing it the green and hope that that would cover it the way I need it to be covered. And then once you got that topper on there, move your branches around a little bit, but I like it. I think it's so cute. Something different. This is my first year that I started making these little half trees, but I think they come out so cute. A really good way to use these signs. What do you guys think? That's my Grinchy tree. And if you guys like this, I am going to do a full tutorial. I'm going to make a Grinch wreath that is similar to this in color. So I'll do that from beginning to end if you want to see that. But yeah, I really love this. I think that came out so cute. I don't know if you watched my other video, but I made gnome trees that were similar to this, where I flattened them in the front and I added the sign. So that's what I'm talking about. When you can find these signs at like Dollar Tree or wherever, this is a way to really cuten them up. I use the same colors as the sign. All of these have lights added on them too. So these are my little signature mini trees that I make. Let me know what you guys think about those. I actually have another one of these. Like I told you, this one is in all green, little green trees. But I also have one that I was going to complete in white. So here is my little green Grinchy tree, and now I'm going to make a white one. My mesh is going to be a little bit different. I already pre-cut it, but I decided to use green and red this time for this white tree. And this one is also going to be a Grinch, so it's just going to be a little bit different. So I just thought that I would share that as well. So now, once again, I have my tree. Like I told you, I want the one side to be flat in the front so I can put my sign here. But the back of it, I haven't pulled this out yet. So basically you're leaving the front flat and you're just pulling your branches out all the way around the entire tree until it's completely full and filled out in the back. And you're just going to keep pulling these branches so they fan out. And you're going to continue to do that throughout the entire tree until it's completely full and spread out. And you're just going to not put any in the front. And the next step after you get your tree spread out is you're going to put your mesh bundles in between all of these layers of branches. And that's going to give your tree some fullness. It's going to give it a little color. You add whatever colors you like. And that's what makes these fun. You know, you can do whatever color, add whatever you want to them. Kind of personalize them. So now I got the entire back of the tree fanned out, and you can always move the branches. They don't have to be perfect, you know, but you're just fanning them out, spreading them out along the way, and you can move them if you don't like where they sit, but the back is fanned out, the front of it is flat. So, I showed you guys in the other video how to make these. They're little bundles of mesh. So on the bottom row, in between all of these branches, you're going to kind of separate where you have a space in between the groups of branches. And you're going to put 3 of these bundles on the bottom. And I have them tied together with pipe cleaner, so you just twist that around the base of the tree. So the first row, it's going to have 3 bundles. You're going to put 1 on each side and 1 in the back. And like I said, I showed this in my other video. I can show it again if anybody's interested. Just let me know. And here's my 3rd bundle on that row. And you just want to make your way through the branches and twist the pipe cleaner around the base. Now after you have that, pull them away from the front. Now you got to separate the next section right here. See? There's that area right there. Now we're going to do 3 more bundles. 1 on each side, 1 in the back. So that's 1. 2. So now that's 2 rows of 3 bundles. So now you have your next bundle. You're going to split up your rows again. Now in this section, you're only going to do 2 bundles. So you're going to do one kind of on one side and one on the other. And all along, you're not putting any of them in the front. Now you see how this is 2 to each bundle. The very last row is only going to have 1. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Only 1. There's not 2 of these, there's only 1. So that's going to be at the top. Now, still we have nothing in the front. If it goes to the front, move it to the back. And the back is going to be nice and full. You can move the branches around, spread them out, put them where you want them to go. So the very last section, once again, move your branches down. See? Got that section up there. And you're going to have 2 more bundles that you put at the top. And after you've done that, you're completely done with the mesh part of it. Now you can go ahead and you can, well actually we have to put lights on it first. So you may want to spread your branches out so they kind of go in between the pieces of mesh, that everything looks nice and full, that you have branches in between where they're not just all kind of bundled up into one pile. Just kind of separate them, lift them, pull them down, move them around a little bit, give your tree a little bit of life. But yeah, that's all you got to do. Pull it out and so the next thing is stringing the lights. Let's see. Got these lights. Maybe I should use green again since it is a Grinch tree. These are actually a wire light. When you have wire lights, you gotta kind of bend the metal. The plastic lights, you just kind of place them where you want them to go. But I always put the battery pack in the back. With this can, I'm just going to lay it on the inside of the can. They're not like the other ones where I rubber band them to their, sorry, trying to get these lights. Okay, so these ones are really tangled. Sorry guys. Alright, so I'm going to take the battery pack, I just slip it in the back of there, set it down, and you're going to bend your lights kind of where you want them to be. If you want to wrap them around the branches kind of to get them to stay in the position you want them to be. But now with this particular one, you're not going to go all the way around like you would and go all the way up the tree. You're going to go to the front and then start moving your way back towards the back, because you're not going to see the lights in the front of the tree. You're only going to see them on the sides and in the back. So you're just going to take those lights and spread them out the best you can throughout the back of the tree. And Like I said, the metal ones, you can kind of wrap them around branches if that works the best. Sorry guys, it just takes a little time. Okay, so like I said, you're just going towards the back of the tree. You're not doing the front of it at all with the lights because it's going to be covered up. So there's no need to have any lights there, but you can have them right here, like on the sides of the tree, because you're still going to see that. So once again, just like the other one, we're going to take that and add some pipe cleaners here to attach it to the tree. So I'm going to put a long one on the bottom, and I still have that other half of a piece to put on top, so that's how I'm going to attach it. I didn't show you this on the other one. It had this little pom-pom with this ribbon. I cut that off and I re-glued my pom-pom at the end to the hat. You can leave it on there if you don't care, but I didn't like it, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, and then later on I'm going to attach it back on there. Okay. Alright, so I don't want to use the green pipe cleaners. I want to use the white because this is a white tree. So that's one thing I didn't tell you before, that I like to kind of color coordinate. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's not like it's going to be that noticeable. But I tend to like to hide a lot of that because I do sell these trees and want them to look nice for people, so. But you kind of work with what you have, you know, if all you have is a certain color, go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach him. Put it through the tree. You're going to have to poke your fingers through there and we're getting there. Okay, now I lost the other one. Where are you? Gotcha. So now once you've got both of your pieces in your fingers, then you can move it to where you want it to be. Make sure how tight or loose you have it, but the first part is getting those pieces, and you don't want to make it too loose because it'll just fall right over the top of that. Okay, so I got that. This top part, I can kind of move it around before I tie that top piece on there. Put that up a little bit too high. Sorry guys. It's just trying to get your fingers in there and make sure you're not twisting it over anything you're not supposed to be. Okay, so now after you got everything tied up, you're just going to kind of move everything around. Put everything where you want it to be. And there we go. I put the nose on him. Like I said, I gotta come back and paint those noses better so they look better. But this is the red, green, and white one. I'm gonna fluff it out a little bit better in the back. Like I said, you gotta move those branches around to really fill it out. And I didn't put the material on this one yet either. So when you're doing this particular tree, first you put the mesh on, then you put the lights on, then you're going to put the material on. Material will be the last thing you do. And then of course we got another one of those really cute toppers for the front of it. You just spread it out a little bit. I thought those were so cute for these particular trees. It just really reminded me like of the Whoville type of theme to it. But yeah, I really like those toppers. I think those like really kind of give it that extra like flair. So let me see. Get that tied on there so I don't have to worry about that later. I'm just going to have to cut this material, figure out which one I'm going to use. I think I have like 2 different Grinch materials. And you're going to do 12 pieces, 1 inch by 10 inch pieces, and tie them around the tree on the different branches. And that's just going to add a little bit more character to your Grinch, if that's the theme you're going with. If you're going with something else, you know, kind of use that theme as well. But yeah, I think these guys are so cute right here. I love them. But it definitely needs that little material to kind of give it that extra. Need some of that tree in the front right here. You can't see it on this side too much. But yeah, you just kind of manipulate everything, move it where you want it to go, and yeah, I'm happy. I like them. I think they're super duper cute. I got another one similar to that, but this particular one is actually going to be like a candy cane thing. So instead of doing the whole Grinch thing, I'm just going to do the good old regular Santa Claus theme with the red and white candy cane colors. And I'm going to put this one on the front. So this with the red and white candy cane lights, and that'll probably be my next tree. So what do you guys think? Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up for now. Maybe I'll come back and do the candy cane tree. If not, I'm definitely going to come back for a Grinch wreath tutorial as well. Leave your comments. Tell me what you guys think. Like my channel, subscribe. I'll be doing more crafts. I hope that you liked watching this. I hope it was entertaining. And thank you so much. You guys have a beautiful and blessed day. Until next time, take care. Bye.